What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the final round coverage of Bill and Ted's Awesome Disc Golf Adventure Finals out here in Live Oak Park, Texas. My name is Gabriel Dao, and I'm here with Bobby Cox.
How's it going, everyone?
We're taking over commentary for this final round for Nate and Greg. This tournament is brought to you by Innova Disc Golf, Millennium Disc Golf, as well as the Disc Golf World Order and Tree Love Disc Golf. So big shout out to all our sponsors for this tournament. So far, we got Gregg Barsby leading the pack at 25 under par, Bradley Williams at 22 under par, and we have Mason Ford making moves from the back at 22 under par as well, making up some strokes, putting on the pressure. And then we got Tim Escobedo.
He's hanging in there as well.
He's hanging in there, sitting at 20 under par as well. So getting straight into it, hole 10, this is a par 5, 811 feet. This is one of the hardest holes on the course for sure. You're really just throwing either a slight flex shot through the gap, or you can throw a forehand. You really just want to get right here near the short pad. Yes. And then from there, you're really just laying up through this gap here to leave yourself with a clean third shot. I mean, if you're getting a birdie on this hole, you're getting strokes on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you really got to pick apart this hole, know where you want to land, know what shots you're going to be throwing from that landing zone. And yeah, I think to be successful at this hole, you really got to practice it. You can't just go out there and just expect a nice and easy birdie. Like you got to really learn what you want to do on this hole and execute it.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those straight up planned holes. And Mason, this is looking nice.
Wow, that was so straight.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
He is past the short pin, and he's going to have a nice little hyzer to leave himself with a nice third shot.
We got Bradley throwing a little flex shot. That's looking beautiful as well, isn't it? Might have some trouble around that tree, but...
Yeah. From there, I mean, the advantage of Mason's lie, he's going to have an open look to go over the trees, but Brad is not going to be in that spot.
Yeah, and Greg's going to be in a pitch-up zone as well.
Yeah. Yeah, him and Brad will be pitching up to the mouth of that crest of that hill.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter how far you go off this tee unless you're around where Mason's at. Because other than that, you're just pitching up.
Yeah.
Greg splitting those trees.
And that one didn't quite stable up on him.
He might have some room for, crazy over-the-top shot.
Yeah. Tim's just pitching up there. Gets a nice little roll out.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty fortunate little roll there. So he's not tied up along those thorns. Here we got Bradley just trying to get out into the open there. And does it nicely.
Mason with the best look of the bunch. He's able to throw through the gap to bite off some more distance. And that's really the advantage, is if you don't have to lay up on your second shot on this hole, you're looking at a 4.
And Greg is going crazy with a big sky forehand turnover shot. And that was looking good pretty much the whole way until the very end, that little late tree.
Yeah, I just faded a little bit too left and found the left side rough.
He's definitely the most creative when it comes to those crazy forehand shots.
Definitely.
I don't really see anyone else even really attempting that.
No. But Tim
okay, never mind. I thought Bradley was going to do the same thing. Just going with the straight thumber. That's pin high.
That is pin high. Mason's third shot.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely parking it.
Wow.
He made easy work of this hole.
Tim actually, that was a really nice shot from where he was at.
Yeah.
He had a tiny little gap about the size of the disc.
Yep. Just threw it nice and flat on that left side. Trusted the skip of the disc. He'll be saving his par there. Oh, and Greg running it. It barely nicked a branch.
Well, when you got the uphill behind the basket, it makes it a little bit more friendly to go for the run.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
There's a putt from Bradley right there.
Dude, that was dead center chains. Boom.
Great putt from Brad. Tim, that's actually a really nice par.
Oh, yeah.
Mason moving to 23 under par. Him and Bradley still tied up. Hole 11, this is a par 3, 192 feet. Off the tee, there is a little gap that you have to hit, but not too daunting for these guys. The danger here is just overthrowing it because there's just a drop off behind the basket, and if you airball and go past the basket, you're looking at a 50 to 90 to 100 foot putt down or uphill. So,
and I believe we saw Tim actually like intentionally throw it at the branches of that tree down by the basket and just drop down.
yeah, I think that was Ezra.
Was it
first
Ezra?
round. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I knew someone did that.
Yeah. But as you can see, most of these guys just throwing a soft putter.
And you kind of have those big rocks to pump the brakes on the disc as well.
just kind of putters it.
And Gregg just really relying on that forehand this round. That'll work.
That is just fine. He's about pin high. Well, not quite pin high. Inside the circle, though. And Tim is aiming for that tree.
There it is.
But he soars past the tree. But he's still got a putt.
I mean, I'd almost take that putt, having the uphill lie. Just missing a little bit high.
Gregg makes the birdie, moving to 26 under par.
I just love watching those nose down putts. Because, like, not many people can do them, but whenever they're executed well, it's like no wind is going to stop it.
Yeah. Bradley sneaking him in there this round.
Did that hit a single chain?
It might have nicked a little right side chain, but that's about it. That's a good make from Brad. Tim taking the lone par here. If Mason can this, that is. And no doubt.
He's like the only one on the card that hasn't missed one of those easy, like, 10, 15 footers.
Right. Hole 12, this is a par 3, 212 feet. This is a musket birdie for these guys. You have Amanda that keeps you on the left side, so it takes that big spike hyzer around the right side out of play. These guys are going to be throwing a overstable mid-range or fairway driver. You don't want it to carry too straight. You really just want it to have a trusty right finish and end up at the bottom of this hill. You really just want to avoid the small trees that are towards the middle of the fairway. And if you do that, you're going to have an inside the circle look.
Yeah, and I think playing the skip is actually a pretty nice play on this hole, just so you make sure you don't go long here. Because if you start soaring over that hill, it just keeps carrying.
Yeah. And Mason ended up right there next to the basket.
Bradley just, that disc got a little bit too much flip up, didn't quite make that gap there. I assume this is right up Gregg's alley.
Yeah, this is money for Gregg.
Should be an easy 2.
Oh, yeah.
And Tim pulling out the forehand. Haven't seen much of that this round. Trust the stability.
Right. Oh,
yeah, hit the tree.
Yeah, just a little bit too high. He's going to have a long downhill putt.
Yeah, this hole does have some scattered trees throughout the fairway to where it's kind of unfair, but there's enough surface area to miss them.
Yeah. Good little layup from Brad. And Tim with...
That's kind of an errant upshot there. Luckily, that tree kind of stopped him.
Yeah.
No shocker there.
Moving to 25 under par.
Yeah, he just seems so confident right now. Super locked in.
He is now one stroke ahead of Bradley.
We got Gregg for bird. Oh. And he can't be doing that this late in the round.
Yeah, that's yeah.
I
So
mean,
it's
his
just
competitor-
surprising.
Yeah, I mean, his competitors are just playing too good to allow that, you know?
Yeah. Big no-no.
Sorry, you sound like a little baby when you said that. Brad tapping in the par. Really unfortunate one.
And it's so surprising that we only have one birdie
I
on
know.
this hole. Mason
Yeah.
with the one bird.
I mean, it's literally one gap you got to hit.
Yeah.
Maybe miss a couple trees, but
Yep.
for the
I mean,
most
first
part,
round we had 3 near aces.
Literally.
So that tells you anything about that hole. Hole 13, this is a par 4, 570 feet. This is a soft par 4 for these guys. You have the OB on the right side that comes into play, so you're just throwing something wide with a good amount of hyzer and try and bite off as much distance as you can. And then from there, you have a super easy putter approach shot. And from there, you take your birdie.
yeah, the trouble that we've seen on this hole is people trying to go too big and just getting that flip up and not quite getting left enough.
Exactly.
So, I mean, honestly, even if you do come up short, it's either way you're going to have a hyzer up to the basket. So I would just play this thing safe, get in bounds, and have a fairly easy upshot.
Yep.
We saw Ezra with a crazy 3 save that first round.
Yeah, about 100-foot 3 save.
I mean, how far of a shot was that?
I think it was like, are you talking about his drive or
The
his bomb?
drive.
Oh, the drive was
almost like pin high. It seemed
Yeah.
like.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the dude bombs.
Yeah.
Mason's in a prime position. That is an easy upshot right there.
Bradley keeping his nice and low, playing it super safe. And that's just fine. We got Gregg playing that upper level on the left. And I mean, there's really nowhere that's gonna cause some issues unless you're OB or
No.
way, way, way left.
Yeah, exactly. Tim gets back right.
Oh, that needs to get over that hill. Get up. And that'll be about 25, 30 feet out.
Yeah. Gregg with a nice check up there.
You got Bradley going with that hyzer approach shot.
Perfect.
Yeah, it was awesome coming down to San Antonio to film some disc golf in the middle of December. Coming from Tulsa. Oh my gosh.
Just a couple inches off of throw in for 2 for Mason.
Ooh, Tim with a nice putt. Moving him to 21 under par. We got Mason for his birdie.
Moving to 26 under par. Gregg.
Hopefully it can be
Cannot
dialed in.
miss this
yeah,
one.
that's what I was thinking. All right, he's back on track.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing with those top-level pros. Like, they make a mistake and they just bounce back immediately, it seems like.
Yeah.
Nothing really lingers throughout the round with them.
All right, we are on to hole 14. This is a par 3, 257 feet. The most danger on this hole you're going to see is right off the tee. There is a tight gap that you have to hit, but once you get past there, as long as you have something traveling left, you're going to have an inside the circle look. Most of these guys are going to be throwing either a fairway driver or overstable mid-range, just nice and flat through the gap, and have it skip up to the basket. This is just a pretty standard right-hand backhand hyzer.
Got Mason going with the lower route here and putting that about circle's edge on the right side. I consider really anything for him within 50 is almost a guarantee in.
Right.
Oh, Bradley playing that right side pretty close.
And he's going to be just about a couple feet in front of Mason. Gregg, this is needing to get left. Get a nice skip.
Oh. Kind of crushed it there.
Yeah, he is inside the circle.
There she is.
Tim.
There's the one. I knew someone was going to lace it perfectly.
Showing him how it's done.
Mason is needing this, knowing that Gregg is very much in birdie range, and there it is.
27 under par for Mason. Playing super solid.
Yeah, really, after like the first 4 holes, he just turned it on and never looked back.
Yeah. Yeah, he has not stopped.
Gregg with a nice birdie.
Moving to 28 under par. He's trying to make his way into the 30 club. Hole 15, this is a par 4. It is 580 feet. This one is pretty treacherous. You're really just throwing a big flex shot, try and bite off as much distance as you can, and then from there you have another tunnel for your second shot leading up to the basket. As long as you don't end up left or right in the rough, this hole's pretty manageable, but that is the difficult aspect.
Yeah, you just gotta kind of not try to go full send here.
Yeah.
Stay under control and keep this in a good spot.
Yeah, first round we saw Tim absolutely lace the entire fairway and left himself with about probably 180 feet.
Yeah, it was incredible. Yeah, and if I'm Gregg, this is about the point of the round where I'm asking for that scorecard and double checking where everyone's at.
Yeah,
you're not
exactly.
You want to know exactly where you are in the situation.
Especially with Mason
I know.
playing how he is. You're like, okay, this kid's making every putt.
Literally every putt.
Is he beating me now?
I know.
Yeah.
It's a very intimidating thing. And
that was a good shot for Mason.
Yeah. Hopefully he's not in a tricky spot, but I think he is in the open enough. Bradley putting this on a great line.
Yeah,
Just
that's
nice
a great
and safe.
shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed he went with that was either a putter or a mid-range. Just not fully sending this hole.
Right. And Gregg with kind of a errant shot. Went a little bit too straight there, and he's going to be well short of where he wants to be.
Tim was trying to repeat what he did first round, but just pulled it too right, and he is going to have a lot left.
Wow. What a shot from
Yeah,
back
that's
there.
a really nice shot from where he was at, and he's going to be in position to save his par. Gregg with an unfortunate kick there. He's going to be in a tough spot. Looks like Mason's just laying up to the mouth.
Just didn't have the room to move that arm. And this is a great spot for Bradley to get real aggressive here. Get up. And that's going to putt.
Yeah, it'll putt. He's got about, I'd say, 45 feet.
It's just sketch with
uphill.
those. It's just sketch with those rocks. Like, you never know if it's just gonna completely stop or if it's gonna take a skip or what.
Yeah. Gregg with
Wow.
a ridiculous recovery shot after that second shot. He'll be saving par from there, most likely.
Here's Mason's third after that pitch out. And yeah, no problems at all for him. He'll be tapping in a par. And Tim with the tricky stance, but I think he's close enough to execute this. Oh, yeah. Oh!
Even almost kissed the skip up into the
Could you
basket.
imagine off the rock?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Here's Brad for 3.
Yeah, and he was not happy about that one. I'm sure he wasn't even thinking about that branch, and as soon as he let it go, he saw it.
Oh, yeah. Those ninja branches.
They'll get you. They
They're
get
the
me every
word.
time.
They get you a lot.
And here is Tim for his par save. Very well done.
Yeah, he hasn't had any putting mishaps since that little debacle he had. What hole was that where he missed those 2 putts?
That was hole 9.
Hole 9, yeah. He's been pretty solid ever since.
Yeah. Bradley with an unfortunate par there. I'm sure he wanted that. And we are on to hole 16. This is a par 5, 912 feet. This hole is a monster. These guys are just going to be throwing a dead straight distance driver shot. You want a little bit of turn, but not too much turn. You really just want to get into this lane right here. And then from there, you have a big hyzer up to the basket. If you can get up to right about here where the drone's flying, that's where Eagle Land is. I mean, if you're right there, you have a pretty easy hyzer up to the basket.
Yeah, it's pretty demanding off the tee, though. Nice putt there, Gabe.
Finally made one. That was my first putt I've made in my disc golf career.
When it doesn't matter. Mason going with that straight to turnover shot. Get off those trees. Oh, yeah.
That was a really nice kick out to the left, because if you go right at those trees, you're literally pitching out.
Yeah, one thing I noticed about this course is every bit of the rough is, like, sharp. Like you're at risk of cutting yourself.
Yeah,
Pretty
if you
much
got
if you're
shorts
not
on,
yeah.
you're bleeding. And Gregg, that was looking really nice. If he got that a little bit more left, that was going to be way up there.
Oh, yeah.
Tim shot.
Just a little bit too much on the left side.
Yeah. It was a similar line to Mason's, but he got the right kick instead of the left, which is unfortunate. Brad with a rare forehand.
Yeah, just a little bit too overstable of a disc, I think. I think he
That's
was
still going to be at a decent spot, though.
It is, but I think he wanted to get about 30 to 40 feet farther.
Yeah.
And Gregg was lining up that shot for like
a while.
Yeah, a while. So it was really unfortunate that he nicked that branch. Didn't get to see the flight. But that was looking pretty nice too, honestly.
Well, that was a good tree kick actually, because he was going straight into the rough.
Okay.
And so that actually put him in a good position to save par. Mason's just pitching out here.
Yeah, that's a smart play.
Yeah, and that's
knowing the situation.
Yeah. And on that right side, he's going to have an open look into the tunnel downhill towards the basket.
Man, the trees on this hole are just so grabby.
Yeah. Tim found the same tree as Gregg, but they both got hyzers up to the basket. See if Mason can capitalize on this.
He's a little bit short.
Yeah, that's well short of the basket. Long putt.
Yeah, since it's like a blind shot from here, I think most of these guys are just going to be glad to be in the open and have a non-obstructed putt.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, clearly you want to be closer than 50 feet, but, you know. Gregg trying to make a statement here.
Oh, my goodness. Man. That was so
He
close.
still left with like a 20, 25 footer, but
Yeah.
that was incredible.
I'm sure he's got the par save from there. Here's Tim. He's going to be well right.
So is this for birdie?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, just didn't quite start that right enough.
Yeah. Not quite enough power either.
Dude, whenever he doesn't make
goodness.
it, it's like an inch away.
Yeah. It's also shocking when he doesn't make it.
It is,
You're
like,
just like, wait,
yeah.
what? Mason missed?
You're left like dumbfounded, just totally confused.
But that was a good run, though. Tim's just a little bit high on his par save.
Big time putt for Gregg. Well, there you go.
Oh, yeah. He will stay at 28 under par.
I think Gregg might have one of the more funniest like facial expressions on tour. Like if he has like a bad drive, his facial expression is just like hilarious.
Yeah.
Because he knows it
I am
instantly.
on catch cam, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, you're a mile away.
Yes, sir.
I am just zoomed in right on their face. We got Brad for his par save here. Are those galactic ABRs?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Better be careful nicking those up. Those going to be worth some money here in a couple years.
That's what I was just thinking.
Mason saving par. And we are on to hole 17. This is a par 3, 252 feet. You've got two gaps to choose from. Got the right side backhand or the left side forehand. The backhand is a little bit more clear than the forehand, but obviously if you're a forehand player, you know that, facing your target, it's a little bit easier to hit the line. So we may see Gregg go for the forehand here.
Yeah, they're both very similar gaps. I think you just play to whatever you're best at.
Yeah. But as you can see, this left side gap also has the bushes.
Whoa. Wait. I didn't even see that like in real time. What? That's dumb.
Wow. Yeah, that's there too, I guess. Just a big spike hyzer. Didn't see that, but he executed that perfectly.
Well, apparently it's safer than that route after Bradley just nicked that tree.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was nuts. We got Gregg going with that forehand route. Doing it just fine.
Yeah, he's going to be left with about 25 feet there. Definitely not close enough because Mason's right there.
Yeah, Mason's not missing that.
No.
Tim with a nice shot.
Oh, yeah.
I assume Bradley's just going to be laying this one up.
He might be giving it a run.
Man, that's just so far there wouldn't be a difference between my run and a layup.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, just laying up.
Gregg needs this putt. And he knows it.
And just barely left side. And
door's opening.
Door is wide open for Mason here. Tim with a really nice birdie there, moving to 22 under par. Here's Bradley to save par.
And it's going to come down to the last hole.
Literally the last hole.
Because Mason, I'm sorry.
Which is not an easy hole either.
No.
So it's...
I think it's like a really great finishing hole in general.
Oh, yeah.
Mason's not missing this. Come on now.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a tie between Mason Ford and Gregg Barsby.
I'm excited.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it all comes down to this. Hole 18, par 4, 678 feet. This is a great finishing hole. You're throwing uphill, and you ideally want to end up at the crest of this hill, somewhere near these rocks or past them preferably. And then from there, you have a downhill shot to the green, which is tucked on the right side. So you're throwing a forehand hyzer, just to have it spike up in there. But your first shot is crucial on this hole.
Yeah, and it's really rare to get up to that perfect landing zone up at the top there. As we saw Ezra first round on that, basically playing the whole, what was that, 11 or 12? But yeah, it's really hard to get in the right fairway and have an easy upshot.
Yep.
See if Mason can do it.
That looks too turned over and too low, and that's going to be
That's going to take a remarkable up and down.
Yeah.
There.
Oh, yeah.
Here we got Tim. Played so well all tournament. And look at that drive.
That is perfect. Right up there, up against the rocks.
And Bradley, I'm sure, is frustrated, just kind of letting this round slip out of his hands.
And, yeah, he finds that left tree.
He'll just be laying up to that landing zone.
Yeah.
And Gregg, he needs to get up to that top layer.
That needs to come back. Stable up for him.
We'll have to see what kind of gap he has from there, but hopefully it's a decent size.
Yeah, I think he's going to be on the edge of the rough on the right side, so he should have a pretty easy hyzer or forehand hyzer up to the basket.
Plays to the forehand. Bradley with a really nice upshot.
Yeah, that's about as good as he could do from where he was at. Here is Mason. He needs to put this close to put the pressure on Gregg.
And it's just going to stable out, and that's going to leave a good tree kick.
He got the money tree
Dude,
kick in.
That saved him like 30 feet probably.
Yeah. And he's going to be left with a circle's edge, maybe just inside the circle putt from where he was at. That was an insane second shot.
That was crazy. Tim going with the forehand here, getting caught up in the tree. But easy up and down.
Yeah, he'll have a putt from there, but it'll be long. And Gregg took his time with this one.
Yeah, he did.
He's needing to park this one.
What a tree.
Finds the tree and then gets the stump.
Yeah, I didn't even see
to keep it keep it from rolling down the hill. And that now puts the pressure on Mason.
Yeah, Mason's got to make this putt.
Yeah, if Mason makes this, we're going into a playoff, y'all.
Oh, and Tim just nicked that branch.
He tapping in for the par. Here's Bradley for his par.
Man, that cage has been his enemy today.
Yeah, like...
I think all of his putters, well, I guess probably just that one putter, but it's got to have some dents at this point.
Yeah.
Here we go. Am side, just...
One of the few putts he missed all tournament.
And by few, you literally mean like two.
Yeah, like he did not miss many, that is for sure. But here we have your champion, Gregg Barsby, sealing the deal with a parked second shot, tapping in the birdie, and he is your Bill and Ted's Awesome Disc Golf Adventures Finals champion.
Yeah, that was exciting stuff right there.
Yeah. I mean, literally came down to the last hole. Mason brought it. I mean, he was what?
All the way back.
He was a solid 6 strokes behind Barsby going into this round and just played awesome golf. He finished at 28 under par, one back of Gregg Barsby at 29. And then we've got Bradley Williams sitting at 25 under par, Tim Escobedo at 22. Looks like we got Nate Perkins shooting a hot round, coming in from the back. Yeah, 1056 rated, tying Bradley Williams for 3rd place. So, nice round from Nate.
I'm Bill. And I'm Ted. And we are Bill and Ted's Awesome Disc Golf Adventures. We want to say thank you to everyone that came out and supported us this year. And we'll see you next year in the middle of a fairway somewhere.
Yeah, and huge shout out to Bill and Ted for having us out. We had a great time filming and love the courses.
Yeah, thank you all for watching. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. You can check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And we'll see you guys for the next tournament. Bye.